Hi, everybody. This is the Hour of Power from Talking Shit with Jim Jeffries and Eddie Ifft. I'm here to talk to you today about Skanktees.com. Skanktees.com is an adult blog and t-shirt website. The content is not for the average man or woman, especially not children. We have 52 original slogans plus logo shirts, shorts, and badass hoodies. Their company slogan is a little dirty and a lot of fun.
Hey everybody, this is Eddie Ifft from Talking Shit. I want to talk to you about one of our newest sponsors. Can't say enough about these guys. I like their name, first of all. It's called Mount Me. And you're wondering what Mount Me is? Well, what it is, it's the world's first universal carrying and mounting cases designed for iPads, tablets, and e-readers. You know, it's one of those things you got to have your iPad held up somehow, and you can put it all different places in your car, on your refrigerator, while you're fucking doing some shit in the kitchen, you know, whatever. You got this thing, it holds it. It mounts anywhere. It comes in different colors, lime, green, black, white. It's slim, it's sleek, it's durable. It's reversible to use as a carrying case, and you can also flip it over and then snap it on the front to protect the screen while traveling. Like I said, you can mount it in your car, your desk, at the wall, the refrigerator, and you can find it all at mountme.com. And that's mount-me.com. Or it's on Amazon. So amazon.com or mount-me.com.
Hey everyone, this is Jim Jeffries. Welcome to Talking Shit. As always, please donate money because we have no sponsors at the present moment.
Except for Skanktees.
Except for Skanktees. And they already gave us the money for their sponsorship a lot earlier and we've run out of that. So if you could donate some money, that would be awesome. I have a gig coming up at fucking The Grove in Anaheim, California on December 30th. Eddie, do you have anything coming up?
I do. I'm at the Lake Ontario Playhouse on New Year's Eve, the 30th and 31st. That's Lake Ontario Playhouse in, I don't know where that is, but it's somewhere near Lake Ontario. I'm also at the Ice House in Pasadena, January 13th, 14th, and the House of Comedy in Minneapolis, January 18th to 22nd. You think it'll be cold?
I think it'll be pretty cold, yeah. And Jason has a rape on the 16th of January coming to a bush near you.
Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, oh, their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie.
Hi, everybody. This is Jason Hour. I'm talking shit with Jim Jeffries and Eddie Ifft. I'm here with Jim Jeffries and Eddie Ifft.
And you're really high.
And yeah, it's Machete's fault. And Machete's here. Lindsay's here.
Yeah, but Machete just
Lily's
looks at
here.
us. You have to talk.
And Ray Roy. No Far Side.
Okay, so tell me, what have you invented over the years? See, I had a really good idea. I couldn't figure out why doors open inwards. It makes it so easy to kick them in. So I had an invention where everyone's house door opened outwards. And then until Canadian people wrote to me and said, no, we'd get snowed in and we'd all die.
I had an invention the other day that people said was brilliant, and you got credit for it on the Facebook page. Whenever they like something, they're like, good job, Jim. Whenever they don't like it, they're like, Eddie, you're a fuck.
Right.
But
What did I invent?
do you know the Dyson Airblade that you use to dry your hands? It's the one, the hairdryer where you put your hands down
yeah.
in.
Oh,
and
that was my first model.
You pull your hands out and it dries it in like 2 seconds. I want one of those for when I walk out of the shower. Then I just walk through a full body one that goes.
No,
go to the car wash.
They have those. They're the quick dries that you have at the fun parks after you go through a ride where you get really wet. You can stand in one of those things. It goes.
Oh, yeah. I remember those.
Yeah.
I want one in my house.
Yeah, they already have them.
Okay, well I'm gonna get it.
Yep.
Jason, can you install one of those?
Oh, my God.
Okay, let's do an invention show.
I had an idea for an invention.
Let's hear it.
Is, you know, like sometimes when it's because if you live in a place where there's summer and humidity and stuff, you need a breeze to cool you off or whatever.
So
Most places have some.
Oh, I got it. So you invented a cold place.
No. I had an idea for instead of like, say, if you wanted to
Travel
have,
to somewhere where it's cold.
if you wanted to have like fresh air, be able to blow through. Sometimes screens
An
get
air
clogged.
conditioner.
Screens get clogged, and they,
Ice.
whatever.
Windows.
So instead of a screen in a window,
You put a window.
they can use like wave technology to like repel insects.
Right.
So the idea is that instead of
Can they make this? Can you
Instead
make
of a
this?
fly screen.
Can they make this?
they'd have a wave field that would allow
You want a
breeze.
bug zapper.
Can I get that?
So instead of a screen, it's so important for you to see out that window. Instead of seeing that mesh that really bothers the fuck out of you, you want your window to go.
No. It wouldn't
No,
do that.
he's saying it's like going to be
It's a
wind that
repellent.
blows the bugs away.
No,
and
no,
I'm
no, no,
wondering-
wind. No, wind can pass through it, but there's a wave field in
Oh,
there.
Yeah, no, he's
like-
talking
and the
about a
bugs
bug
would not.
zapper.
They would go and they would fly, and when they hit that wave, they'd be like, and they go the other way.
No,
And
they
it
will
wouldn't
make
kill
a-
them. He
they
doesn't
will-
want to kill
They
them.
don't
not a
wanna kill
zapper, not a zapper. It's just it's
Like,
actually
like when dogs
and
have that,
Jason-
when they like go into certain
Electric
areas.
fence.
no, not a zapper.
Can
no.
we get that in an extra large version for you? I had an invention once. I wanted to make a pump ski boot. Like, remember when Reebok had the pump?
Oh, I love the
But
pump.
what did
Yeah.
the pump actually do?
The pump was
You put it on
it
your shoe
didn't do anything,
and
but
then
it tightened up so you had better ankle support.
Yeah.
But the best thing about a pump was when you pressed the release valve and your foot had a little bit of joy when it went. That was really worth it. Had like a little basketball thing, and Eddie wanted to make a ski one. Why?
Yeah, because ski boots are really they just don't fit well and they're not comfortable. And a lot of people get foam filled ones
There's a pump one right there.
for snowboarding.
They're
This-
$149.99.
Done, invented.
This was years ago, though. I wanted to do this, but it was they used to put foam in. They would pour foam in, and you'd have to stand there and you'd wait for the foam to fit.
Sure.
And I was like, why don't you just do pump where you like what Reebok was like back when were Reebok pumps around?
90s, early 90s.
80s? Maybe I'm wrong.
We're probably, yeah.
Did you ever own any pumps, Jason?
No, I don't think. No.
Your feet are fat enough already.
No. What did I
What's
have?
the most expensive garment you've ever purchased?
Most expensive garment I've
You have to have a
ever-
suit. You had a suit.
That
Yeah, I got a suit a long time ago.
apart from a suit, like a jacket or an expensive, because
like $100 leather jacket. I don't know. I can't.
$100.
I don't know. I can't think. I've
Oh.
never spent much money on clothing.
Yeah, we know most of your clothes are free. We see.
But you always talk about the years when you were flush and you had money and you
And
were
you
Well, I
owned a
didn't.
house.
I didn't.
I
didn't. Well, yeah, but I bought my clothes at fucking Walmart or wherever. I lived in the Midwest. It was like,
We saw the
But
photo.
you never thought to yourself, I'll get myself a nice jacket. A nice.
yeah, I got a nice leather jacket for $99.
Do you
That's not a nice
Extra,
leather jacket.
extra,
That's a
extra
horrible looking
large.
leather
But
jacket.
I lived in the Midwest.
I've
It's
got
not
my
like LA or New
look,
York.
I
or
just
London.
want to say
It's a different
something.
world.
You were with me today. I've put my leather jacket into dry cleaning. How much are they asking for me to dry clean it?
$40.
$40 to dry clean it because it's very hard
Mm.
to do leather, right? So you're saying that your most expensive garment, it costs 40% of the price just to clean it. Like that's not an expensive.
Well,
leather
when I
jacket.
bought that expensive garment, it would have probably been a $25 service.
well,
you know,
that-
because
yeah,
like
yeah,
inflation and all that. If you think,
That is-
Midwest and all that.
you know, because it was a really long time ago. That's $100 in like the '90s, early '90s.
Do you have any
dude,
other
you know?
inventions?
Have you ever had a wacky tie?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was on it?
I,
I was
one-
big
I had,
on it.
I had a Christmas tie that could play music.
Yeah.
Christmas music.
Yeah.
My favorite. You love Christmas
I,
music.
I was in the era. There was an era when I left high school in like 1993 where everyone was wearing like cartoon characters on their ties. I was
I had
selling-
a Tasmanian devil.
I was selling mobile phones and I had several cartoon related ties. I had one with all the 4 Beatles heads on it. It was just black with the 4 Beatles. It was fucking disgusting.
Did you have a
Yeah,
piano
they're
tie?
horrible.
Never had a piano tie.
I had a piano tie.
Do you have any musical instrument tie, like notes or?
I
anything
had
like
I
that?
had one that looked like a saxophone. Get me a saxophone tie. This one was one of the ugliest things ever. And I got given it because I vaguely can play the saxophone. Like, yeah, it wasn't musical instrument ties. No, I didn't have that one. No, there we are. The black one on the second row.
That's the worst tie I've ever seen.
No,
in my
the
whole
second
life.
row. There she is.
that. You had that.
There she is.
Wait. I thought that was the worst one I'd ever seen until I
They
saw
would have
that
s-
one.
Yeah, that's an ugly looking tie.
That's a horrible
That's
tie.
that's would have been a
I think
TJ
I had.
Maxx
I think
tie.
I think I had one that looked like a fish. My ties used to do a lot
You
of
weren't
the
very
heavy
fashion forward, were you,
My
Jim?
ties did a lot of the heavy lifting on my personality. You wear some cartoon socks and a flashy tie. You know that guy was up for fun.
Did you have a fish tie like that?
I had a fish tie just like that.
But you also had weird haircuts too, didn't you? Like shave the sides and have it like poofy on top.
When I had hair,
You blued your hair.
I used to go blue-black on my hair. It was black dye, but with a blue tinge. Yeah. The
This back
same as
in-
what Green Day does to this day.
Jason probably knows a guy with some hair care if you wanted to go back.
I'm not embarrassed about stupid
old
things I've
material.
done in the past.
Good Charlotte. When I was flying home from Australia, I was actually the only one in first class. There were like all of first class was empty, and it was me and Good Charlotte.
Wow.
They were at a bar once.
And I tried to talk to them and
in
they wouldn't talk to
Glendale,
me.
and their black security guard tried to rape me. They took us back.
You
to
have a
their room.
history of
Swear to God.
Maybe
He
there's
show-
a pattern.
We go back to his house and he puts on porn. And
You're
he's
back
like,
at his
"You,
house."
Come here. Well, we live
I
in
have
Glendale.
I have a new invention.
actually the
an
game's
unrapeable elite.
Yeah.
Not possible.
Yeah, I think it's only a couple of years away. We have the technology.
When I hit my 30s, I'll be very rapeable.
Aren't you 30 yet? Are you 30?
No.
But the funny thing is, like, how upset
29.
Lilique gets
No.
about Jason's attempted rapes. Meanwhile, I'm like, would you let Jim rape you? She'd be like, yeah.
No, I like the fact that this black
Because
security
we
guy.
both come at the end.
This hey, elite. She's got that.
Yeah, I
energy.
don't.
Where she said that black security guy tried to rape her, and when she said it, she sort of blushed. Like
It was it's my first contact with
it
a
was,
black guy.
it was your first rape. It's all, you always remember your first rape.
I was 21. It was a long time. He kissed me.
Oh,
Thought I
must
got
have-
AIDS.
Must have felt. Whoa.
I kissed a black guy.
Whoa.
Just kidding. I've
Right
had
away.
sex with
You
black
did it
guys.
for charity, though, Lilique. Or Lindsay.
Lindsay,
charity?
yeah. The guy was
I've
giving
dated
to
black guys.
charity.
I love black guys. Don't get it twisted.
You do like black guys?
I do.
Who doesn't?
Some listeners sent a picture of you fucking Mandingo.
What?
Yeah,
I
they,
There
haven't
was a
seen it.
superimposed picture.
they
It wasn't
superimposed
real.
your face over a girl who I think it could be Kaylani Lay. And and she's like blowing Mandingo.
I need a copy of that.
So you like the black cock?
I do.
We've never gone over this before.
You had sex with a black man.
I've dated two. Well, they're half black, half white, so they're
They don't count.
Because she likes to be
They don't,
slapped
but they
around
look
during
relevant.
sex.
very black, and their
Doesn't
man parts
matter.
are black.
Africans don't count.
You ever had sex with a Mexican?
No Hispanics,
No Hispanics?
no Asians,
Too bad. Roy
just white, Armenian, and half black, half white.
Roy Boy has a good girlfriend.
Ray was talking to me today about when he was at the Nokia gig. I hate to harp on, but it seems like I was not in the room for all the events. Like I was the main act, but I wasn't the entertainment.
You were busy.
Yeah, the thing was, you like that one?
That's good.
You were busy schmoozing. We had nothing to do, so
Yeah.
we were all fucking around.
So let me get this straight. Tell me the story about the girlfriend and the man hitting on your girlfriend, because your girlfriend is very hot.
Thank you. No, so we're sitting at the bar, and there isn't many people. There's literally just the people who are on the podcast are associated with it, and a couple of people who know you and friends. So I'm she's drinking, I'm not.
Sorry, was Eddie there? I just need.
I don't think so. I think he was in the other room.
But Jesse was there.
Jesse was
That's
there.
okay.
Jesse Machete, a couple other people. So I'm standing there, and all of a sudden, this really hammered guy comes walking up and is eyeballing my girlfriend.
Jason.
And no, not Jason. This guy was thin.
No, like
This guy was thin.
The guy walks up and I can tell his posturing's already going to where I know this is going to happen. So he starts talking to her. Hey, what are you doing? I'm friends with Jim. And
Now, did we confirm whether he was my
I have
friend?
I've never seen this guy before. I have no idea who he
'Cause,
is.
that's
Yeah.
an easy answer, Jim.
What?
Yeah, because Jim doesn't
You got
have
like
friends.
two friends, dude. They're both here. There's no way. This guy's
I know,
lying.
I know. Lindsay and Lolita here. That was horrible.
So he's kind of hinting at like, let's get out of here. Let's go somewhere else. Where's the party at? And she like, what are you doing? And my girlfriend says, I'm here with my boyfriend, and points to me, and I'm standing there. I give him a little little wave of the cap going, how you doing? He goes, oh, all right. And he starts playing off, let's just talk about what are we all three doing later then. And I'm like, I'm good. I think me and her are just going to hang out, and we'll be fine.
What do you mean, like all three? Like, was he talking like a threesome?
Now he's trying to like just play it off like, oh, what are we doing
Oh,
after
right.
this?
I
What
thought
party?
like
your friend?
I
No,
thought
no.
he wanted to
Yeah,
spit
now-
roast your girlfriend, or because like you were Mexican, he was gonna like have sex with her while you cleaned.
I guess. Whatever he was thinking. So
Makes sense. I mean,
so he
you can't
decides
fault
so he
him.
decides to make this now we'll just be all friends.
Yeah.
And then after he realizes that none of us want anything to do with him, he goes and closes in on her a little closer and says, you don't got to spend the whole night with this guy.
Oh.
And then calls me a douchebag. And I'm like, so now I'm leaning on the bar kind of, casually, and I step
Where
up to
was
him.
this?
This was up in the VIP area, like in the lounge
After.
thing up afterwards. So now I'm pissed. And
This is simultaneous. While this is happening upstairs, Lilith's being raped downstairs.
No, everybody was still
I'm already driving home, just so you know where everyone is.
everybody was still in good spirits and unraped at this point.
Roy Boy, did this guy come back to my girlfriend's place?
No.
Okay.
No. So that actually is a funny ending of the story with this guy. So anyways, I kind of step up to him and say, basically back off. I'm standing right here. What the fuck's wrong with you? And so then he gets into my face, and you can just tell this guy's itching for a fight. He starts pulling off his jacket. He's like, let's go. Say something. Then I'm like, I am saying something. I'm saying, get the fuck out of here. and like now I'm pushing him and things like
I
that.
hope he
So
wasn't
no,
my agent or manager.
No,
or
he was a
something.
younger guy. He was probably 24, maybe.
Probably your agent.
So finally he starts.
You
like,
you felt
fighting.
bold because you knew you had the hour of power behind you.
I did. Well, actually, I got bold because Machete was staying next to me.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
That's actually true. I looked over and I was like, someone's in punching range. So
This is what
But-
happens when you date really hot girls. Go average.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Well, here's
My
the thing. The
boyfriend
thing was-
does it.
Lindsay's never seen a fight.
These aren't lies.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't. You know,
Lindsay tries to fight girls that want to fuck her boyfriend.
Yeah,
doesn't
old
happen
Twitcher.
often.
Yeah. The girls always hitting on Twitcher.
they go wild for him.
Yeah. Coming up with their accounts, seeing if you can do them.
I'd like you to take a look at these charts and graphs.
Can you balance?
yeah.
So we've
Love
sorry.
you, honey.
So he starts trying to pick a fight. I'm not having it because I don't want to, like we're there for your gig and we're all associated with you and Eddie
Sure.
and like so I don't want to cause a scene. So
Sure.
I'm kind of trying to get security's attention. Well, Jesse realizes that security's not coming, so jumps in between me and him, the guy that's trying to fight me, and gives him a bear hug, like
Then they-
full feet off the
heard,
ground.
I heard they started making out after that.
No, not that way. But so he literally jumps in and gives the guy a hug. The guy doesn't really know what to do, gets all smiley or whatever, and Jesse kind of gets him away from me.
Very 1960s.
And then finally security comes over and kind of walks him downstairs. It's just one security guard. Then all of a sudden we see 6 or 7 security guards sprint to where this guy was being taken out, and we can only assume he got his ass beat by like 6 or 7 security guards in a hallway. And it was pretty funny because I don't know, he was itching for a fight.
I heard the guy that heckled me got beat.
He wasn't-
got him beat.
What I liked about that story is that this guy was hitting on Ray's girlfriend and like going, and she was going, I got a boyfriend, and then he was going, no, I'm friends with Jim. Like Ray was going to come over and go, oh, well, if it's friends with Jim,
Yeah,
oh,
Be quick about it.
Yeah,
Who saw the guy get the beating? The
I
heckler?
did. I was because Shapiro was on that one too. Like Shapiro was all over that
I think
stuff.
Shapiro does a lot of shit stirring.
He did. No, what happened
Actually,
was
that story was actually really cool.
surprised.
yeah,
too.
that guy was actually Eddie. He wasn't even facing the stage when he was yelling. He was yelling into the mirror. I think I don't know. He was fucking shit faced. And Shapiro got the security on that guy, and they slammed him hard outside the door, dude.
Well,
But he was fighting them. He was really fighting them. To
There was
not-
another fight that happened when I was on stage with some other friends of mine saw this fight. The security there are awesome.
Yeah,
man.
they're really
They're
good
dragging
job.
people out before they even fucking. Yeah. Anyway, very good. So back to inventions, or do we want to talk about?
Wait. I want to talk about our night in San Diego. We never talked about that.
What happened?
What happened?
When we went to Nobu
Oh, that was fun.
Oh,
We
that
did
was a
talk
good
about
night.
that.
on the
Yeah,
show.
we did that on air.
Not with Jim though.
Well, I mean, he told the whole
He has a
story.
side.
about Jim.
No, I don't have a side. We met a little Mr. Miyagi looking fucker. we went into it like I'm not talking like this guy was so grizzled Asian looking that I assumed he had a mogwai in a box. like this is the level of Asian I'm talking about. We went in there. He was catching flies with chopsticks. He fucking had a mogwai under there.
Yeah.
He was Asian, little Asian, right? And you know when you go into a sushi restaurant, he's behind the bar, and you think he went, hello, and we're like, oh, they're very polite here. And then he's like, Jim, Jason, and Eddie. And we're like, what the fuck? Because one of our fans tweeted, oh, you should come to this restaurant, right? We thought it'd be like a young guy, but no, fucking Mr.
No,
Miyagi.
but his name was Chris. The guy who twittered me, his name was Chris. So I look at Jim and I go, you think that's Chris? Just joking. And Jim goes and gives him a head, and he gives Jim a head nod. He goes, Jim, Eddie, Jason, and we're like,
He
oh
hung
my
out.
God, that's Chris. But it wasn't Chris. Chris was the other guy.
That dude was handling merch with us. He was opening the
Do
packages.
you see what happens in your merch places? Like when you do merch, it
He
just
just
All right.
jumped
You
in.
trust him with things. You just shouldn't.
That's what my girlfriend said today. She goes,
You're the ones to
She goes,
blame.
why
really.
are you upset about him coming to pick you up
Being
at the
him.
airport?
Yeah.
She goes, would you expect anything different? And I go, no. She goes, so why are you upset? And I go, I just, he has to be responsible. She goes, he can't be. He cannot be responsible.
How does that make you feel, Jason? Like you want to rape again?
Jesus,
Oh, we
Lindsay.
got-
I just
gotta
am
put that
wondering.
up.
I'm wondering how
We'll
you
put
do
that up on the
if you want to
page.
see, look at the little guy in the top corner there.
Oh, this is a picture. Wow.
I wasn't joking.
Hey, one of the waitresses is hot.
Yeah, she had big tits for an Asian.
Very big.
Email that to me and I will put it up on the site.
Jason, your hair still looks like Dylan in that picture.
It's grown out.
Thank God. Stop dyeing it a hair color that doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
stop dyeing your hair all
That was,
the
but we,
time.
we know they'll be listening to the show, so thank you so much for. Well, actually, you only gave us free drinks at Nobu. I don't remember a free meal or
was a
anything.
good meal, though.
but,
Thank
but
you,
it was a
guys.
good meal, and you were all very nice to us. So thank you very much, the people at Nobu. And if you want to get on the podcast, you offer a free meal. We come down, we meet your dad.
Yeah, we shake hands, we
Yeah,
take photos.
Maybe we could bring the moms. We'll all go down there and record there in the restaurant. And
No, you're
Like,
offering, you're
I'll speak-
offering too much there, Jason.
Speaking of which,
I was just offering to go
Seven
down
all
and
count.
say hello.
Speaking of which, I wanted to thank V Australia very much for taking very good care of me on my last trip to Australia. Thank you, V Australia.
did you
the
pull
best
that off?
airline. They were just very, very good to me.
Did you know someone?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, V Australia. It was a fucking amazing flight. Full bed, everything.
is it like those little things, like those capsule-looking things?
It's
or
it's
is it
called
like
an airplane.
No, I mean the bed. What's the bed look like?
It's probably better than the couch.
Because I would imagine there's probably like I've seen a picture of
It's
one.
got engines out. Yeah, it goes up in the air.
No.
It leaves Venice.
The next show that everyone will be hearing is we'll be doing our live show, and I want you to know that. But as you're listening to us right now, we're recording this live show in 2 days' time, and we have done close to fuck all preparation. We haven't got guests.
We don't even have guests.
Don't even have guests. People have paid money. It's a fairly half-baked idea.
They didn't pay much money though. What did we charge tickets? $10?
Yeah, but also it's also going to be played out over the internet, so we want it to sound good. So at the moment, the plan that we have is, so you can hear us plan it right now. Ray wants to get a couch. I don't think he wants to, but Jason said we need a couch because
I said the couch is an icon.
the couch is an icon.
The couch is probably more important than Jason.
Yeah, it's a pretty important part of the show.
Jason, are you going to be involved in moving the couch?
You know,
Well, I sent a.
the only reason I don't stop doing this podcast is so that Farside doesn't feel stupid about his tattoo.
That's a good point.
He keeps me here.
We
Every
were
time
going to
I-
call him the day after and tell him that Jim and I got in a fight and we decided to cancel the show just to fuck with him. I don't think he'd care. I think he'd have a better story.
Yeah.
He doesn't get to see it.
He writes to me so much. Like, I get little messages, and there'll be like a Facebook page, and it looks so gay. He'll be like, "How was your Thanksgiving down in Australia? Are they wondering why you're asking for turkey?"
Oh, I've got to say something that I feel awful about. Okay, anyone who knows me knows that I'm not very good at replying to texts.
Oh yeah.
And if I'm out drinking or something, I'm definitely not good at replying to texts. And what I do is I let texts come in and then I do them all at once while I'm shitting. I text all back at once. I also do words with friends at the same time. And there's a few people who have found my words with friends. I'm not playing with you. Go away. Stop it. I shouldn't have mentioned it. Anyway, I get inundated. Is this the real Jim Jeffries? I'm like, no. Anyway, so I replied to text on this. Now the mute who works here, very nice guy, very quiet bloke. He works on the podcast. He had a bit of a crap childhood. I think we can mention
Yeah,
that.
we've talked about it.
Yeah, he was. What was he? Off. His mother was a prostitute.
Heroin addict.
Heroin addict, and his father.
Gone.
He's orphaned, basically.
Yeah.
He's an orphaned young man,
And he's like 1 billion times more successful than Jason.
but he's one of the most for the shitty childhood he had. One of the most well-adjusted people I've ever met. I will give that credit out. Now. He sent me a text at Thanksgiving that was just saying what he thought of me. He thought I was a good bloke and he was happy that I was in his life and that we were good friends. And I went, "Oh, that's nice." And then I just never texted him back, right? And I felt really awful because I forgot about it because obviously he's an orphan. I imagine he was sitting in a tent somewhere having Thanksgiving by himself.
I did the same thing.
And then I say this to Jason going, I feel really awful about it. I hope I see him soon so I can apologize because I meant to text back. I didn't. And then Jason went, "Oh, fuck." Right. So did anyone else here get one of those texts?
I did.
Did you text him
reply?
back?
I wrote back.
I wrote back to him.
Hey!
He wrote to me. I wrote back to him.
He doesn't like you.
I mean, no one texted me.
You didn't. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, but yeah, I felt terrible. Like I was like touched, you know, and so I was moved by it. I was like, that's a really nice thing. But I was in the middle of like eating turkey dinner.
Free food.
And I was just like, "Rawr." And then like
Get him
then like
outside.
the fucking all that shit kicked in, and I passed out by the fire.
What's your food budget for the week? What do you think you spend a week on food?
$20 foot long.
Yeah, well, like I get like
You spent nothing today.
nothing today.
Yeah.
So today you spent zero.
Did I give you any food yesterday?
No, I made all my
Let's
meals
let's.
yesterday.
I think this is more fun than inventions. More fun than planning the live show. Let's go through a weekly budget of Jason Hour.
Let's go through your last week. Well, actually, none of us have been there here, so you must have. Okay, hands up anyone who's bought him food recently. No, Lalit
That would be
hasn't.
Jason and Eddie.
Not since the rape.
No.
Not since the rape. There's been no food.
Well, let's
since
just go.
the rape.
So today you spent like in this whole day today. Did any money come out of your pocket?
No.
Zero.
Oh, I put money in the meter for Jim.
So how much? How much?
Like 25 cents.
He put
Okay,
25
so 25 cents.
in a meter.
Okay.
And then he goes, and then I went to do it. He went, no. I've got this.
Okay.
That's all he can contribute.
So we've got it. We put
your
that.
quarter, too.
That
It's
we're
not
putting
in
that
the
in the
account.
ledger. There was 25 cents.
And do you feel hungry right now? You're full. You're okay.
I feel good.
Yeah, you feel good. Yeah, you've had a good day.
The day before, yesterday.
Oh, I got groceries.
Okay, how much did you spend in groceries?
$20.
Okay.
That's $20.25.
Okay. What
Now, when
else?
you get groceries, you
Put
go
the 25
late at night
cents
and you
in.
get
I did,
the
I did.
manager's
No, you
special
haven't put
stuff
the
that's
point-
better
Yeah,
than bad the next
over
day.
Oh, yeah, okay.
over at the Ralph's, they have
Can you
chicken.
put that in charge?
At the end of the day,
The thing behind
you
it.
can
Jason
get
does his
you can get a whole
grocery-
chicken for $3.
He does his grocery shopping at midnight. I
That's
watch
like
him go.
2 days
and
of
He goes
food.
right when they're doing the markdowns. He gets the fried chicken.
Yeah, you get
he
a
gets the
deal,
brown
dude.
lettuce.
And a dozen eggs is like $2.59. You know, and
All
then
right.
and then $3 for a big thing
Wasn't-
of oats.
Jason.
Didn't I come back from when I finished filming the TV show? I came back and I bought us we made sausage rolls.
Oh, I lived on those for 2 days.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got sick from
Okay.
those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait.
Did you?
Dude, I was
So
passing.
did-
I need to
Jason.
finish this. I need to
Horrible.
finish
Sorry.
this.
I was fucking golden.
What did you have?
best meal I ever had.
You only spent $20 yesterday.
No, in the last week.
That's
You had
all
a
you
delicate
spent in the
stomach,
whole
man.
week.
No, yeah, because at the 99 Center you can get pasta, and then like you can get.
No, you're confused. Okay.
I cook here. That's what I
Today-
eat.
Someone watch that glass is going to
I'm
fall over.
trying to find out how much money you spend in a whole week.
$20. I just told you.
You know, and everything.
Yeah,
$20?
18 eggs.
$20.
Like
What is confusing, Eddie?
live
No.
on-
His groceries cost $20. I don't know.
because he's already at 2025.
That's what I'm talking about. The last week's groceries cost me $20,
And then 25 cents on the meter.
Yeah.
that's it.
That's it.
What about weed?
I don't pay for weed.
He deals.
You live on $20
I did
And
this last
25
week.
cents.
in a week. You eat.
I eat eggs and sweet potatoes are like 59 cents a
What
pound.
about Duke's food?
Like-
Do you buy him food? What do you give?
I cook for Duke. He gets eggs and oatmeal and sweet potatoes.
He
and
has the
eats them.
same diet.
Duke and I have the same
as he
diet.
does.
Yeah.
What is confusing to you, Eddie? How
I
much do you
buy-
spend on
Well,
groceries?
Yeah, because he
Out
spends like
every
$1,000 a week on food. That's why.
How does a human being live on fucking $20 over a week?
I probably
All right.
spend $15 a week.
As
on food.
he needs to
I
donate
eat
to one of those
rice and
charities that
canned
talks about
beans
food
and
disparity and
potatoes.
stuff, so that he knows.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a
so
minute.
much
I
money.
spend very little money on food.
I can spend hundreds a week on food.
So do I.
I don't. If I want something, I fucking eat it. And if I want something, I want things. Even if I'm eating healthy, that probably cost me more when I go on health kicks.
Way
Right?
more. Healthy's expensive.
I spend very little on food.
How do you,
I buy
Because
a bag
I grew
of
up in
rice.
fucking horrible ghetto Massachusetts,
eggs
and I learned how to
and
survive
spinach.
on nothing.
Yeah, I got cheap parents.
So
$20?
Yeah.
That's like one day for me.
yeah. No, that's
Be nice.
it's not even one day.
Oh,
It's not even one
not
day.
even close to one day.
Well, I don't eat out.
I don't eat out
I don't
either.
eat out. I never eat out.
give-
cook for
I go
myself.
into
vegetarian
restaurants. If I'm
vegan
with
stuff.
another person, I go into a restaurant regularly and spend over $150 on meal for
Okay,
people.
well-
Regularly.
Now we feel like shit.
I don't feel like shit.
No, but even when
I feel like 99% of the
It's
world is
just
going to be happy with my
budgeting.
choice.
Even
It's just
I just-
budgeting.
I didn't
even when
know
I
this
was
was
poor,
possible.
even when I was poor, I always spent on food. I think food's the best joy in life.
Don't
no,
ever
I
be
do-
ashamed of your poverty. That's
I'm not
fucking
poor.
wrong.
I don't necessitate a lot for food. I have a bad stomach. I eat very few things. I
Ha-
eat rice, beans, eggs, spinach. Every week. That's it. But I'm not, a lot of people, I'm not like I don't enjoy, I'm not a big cooking. I eat to live throughout the day. I'm not a big, let's gorge.
My meat costs $200 a week.
Yeah, there we go.
Cigarettes and fucking caffeine stave off hunger.
I would say you probably spend more
So
than
what do you
$20.
what do you spend?
No, literally, like
No,
for-
that's how much you spent.
for 5 days, I lived on $20.
May I add that I've spent close to that on you today.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, just on feeding
Wait.
you today.
So you don't pay rent. So 25 is what you spent this week times 52 weeks. You live on $1,040 a year.
That would make sense.
Yeah, no, that's how much it costs for him to eat. Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
I'll give you a raise.
I don't even want to
Hold
know
on.
how much you pay for hookers.
Hold on.
It's all relative.
Jason, I'm going to double your wages. I'm going to take you up to $2,000 a year. Okay.
Jason, why do you look so sad?
He's looking sad because he hasn't had a good meal forever. That he-
No, I did. I had meat
true.
pies
You
tonight.
got-
You
yeah.
give me good meals.
You can buy a
occasionally.
slave for more.
Jim made us some meat pies last week. You enjoyed
No,
those.
sausage
Those
rolls.
Were, sausage.
Yeah, those were
grass-fed
delicious.
They were
beef.
delicious, but it allegedly made him shit himself.
No. It was just really hurt.
Can you
Oh,
stop
like
talking
coal
about
and like
that?
a lot of
like
meat.
pushing a lot of
Oh no, but it didn't make
difficult.
you. It didn't make you
substance.
sick.
Not at all.
But
No.
Jason said that you lied to me because now I'm lactose intolerant. Jim said there was just a little bit of cheese.
Oh,
in
there was
there.
a whole box.
Yeah,
of
Yeah.
and
cheese
I
in
got.
He
and
used
that's
like
why
the
I was
whole
sick.
container
And
of
he put-
cheese.
but
I
the
put
thing is,
blue cheese.
and he mixed everything together. So when you looked at this, it was meat in a pastry, and when you looked at it, it didn't look like it just looked like meat and carrots.
Yeah, 'cause
So
the cheese melts into
I had
the meat,
asked
yeah.
if there was milk, and he said, "Oh, I mean, I just put the tiniest bit," and I was sick for the next 2 days. I texted him the next morning.
I thought that was funny.
It's not funny.
we laughed when we did
I
it.
ate. I don't like Thai food, and I ate spicy Thai
Oh, I
food
love
in
Thai
Australia.
food.
The next morning, it was burning, going down. Like my head was sweating and everything. The next day, I had like a fire hose shooting out of my ass.
Yeah, the
It wa-
spices are different.
It wasn't like I was shitting. There was nothing solid at all. It was pure.
How,
pissing
how,
out of your
how
asshole.
good's the food in that country though?
Yeah, food's good, but pure liquid was just shooting out of my ass. There's a pizza place in Bondi called Bondi Pizza that I believe is the best pizza place in the world. It's fucking incredible. And but the diarrhea I had was the worst diarrhea I've ever had in my whole life. Like I really think I could have put out a fire with it by just bending over and shooting like a fire hose at it. It
Right.
was so
So, what other expense? What do you think your full week's expenses are?
that's what I was getting
Not
at.
just food.
I don't know.
I mean, but that's probably it. That and cigarettes.
Because you use a lot of things like if I have the washing detergent, it's gone.
Oh, but that's like a monthly expense. You know. Like,
No, not for me.
No, that's a
I
steal from us.
I get one
No,
wash
no.
out of each
no,
thing.
that big 64 load Trader Joe's
But this is the thing.
soap was mine,
I buy the top of
and
the
I got
line
to use
shit,
it.
and then you go use Trader Joe's. Like,
No, Trader Joe's is good. That's a good.
Trader Joe's is good.
No, it is good, and I
His
get to use.
Bloomingdale's, okay?
I get to use that 3 times, and,
Trading.
and it,
Trader
I don't know
Joe's.
who used
I've never
up
been
that
to Trader
soap that I
Joe's.
bought.
Is it good?
Trader
It
Joe's
is.
is. I mean,
Yeah, it's a good-
step
it's a
in-
good place.
In between,
Whole
it's your step
Foods and
before
Ralph's.
Whole Foods.
It's like Trader. It
I
goes.
hate Trader Joe's.
It's up from Ralph's.
I
isn't
feel
it?
Yeah.
like Trader Joe's is the Ross dress for less of food.
No. What
Yeah.
makes you say that?
Because everything's always like imperfect there. It's like fucked up.
It's packaged well. It's marketed well. It's eye appeasing the way they put it all together.
Eye
but it's
appeasing?
not
I hate Trader Joe's. I'm
appeasing.
never getting I want.
appeasing to the eyes. It's
I,
not-
Says the man.
I used to work at Trader Joe's. This is Machete.
Oh, you don't anymore?
I don't anymore.
No, once you ate all their profits.
It's shit
You know
food.
what? They're pretty good about just opening shit, dude. Like when
Yeah,
a
you
new
can eat whatever you want
when a
there.
new bottle of wine comes in, they'll like have all the employees come around and we'll all take drinks.
Is there any chance we could get Jason a job there? He likes free shit.
I can call some people.
Was
but
it a good place to work?
Would you
it
work
was
at
a really
Trader
good-
Joe's?
It had good benefits. And
Over
stuff.
there, yeah.
Hey, you totally worked with my neighbor Ned.
You know what
Yeah,
it
you
is?
go.
I
Why would-
keep talking
Yeah,
to
I know
Jason
that.
about getting a job. He doesn't want to get a job where anyone will see him.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
His
all the way
people.
down Pico.
Why do you want to? Why don't you? You could work at Trader Joe's. And they seem like they have good deals with food, and that would take you $20 away because they let you take $20 worth of
It's
food.
the holiday season. I still know some people there.
You
We can-
you
we
would
can work
actually be
something out.
good at that job.
I was at Whole Foods, and the guy who was bagging was so handsome.
I know.
Do you remember? Like he was like a movie star, and I was like, "Oh, this guy must be shopping here." And then he was bagging, and I was like, "Well, hello to you." He had a fedora on. He looked like fucking James Dean.
'Cause
And
I'm telling
he's
you-
like, going, "Do you want this double bagged?" I'm like, going, "And your number."
Oh,
Everything's happening at Whole Foods. I saw Brandon Boyd there last week from Incubus. Oh, I know. I always see famous people.
Yeah, I
in there.
pretty much think
When
anybody's going to shop there.
when me and Jason were there getting sausage roll ingredients, who did we see there?
a little Asian lady.
Little Asian ladies love me.
Jim Jeffrey.
Jim Jeffrey. my boyfriend love you.
Husband. Oh, it was her husband.
My husband love you. And then she rings up her husband. He's like, yeah, you want to, and he tells me some joke, like asking me if I want to fuck his wife or something. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, whatever.
You said the Ethiopian joke.
I know, he said an Ethiopian joke. That's right. What was the joke?
Hey, Jim, what do you call an Ethiopian taking a shit?
Oh, showing off.
A show off.
A show off.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
kinda
Yeah.
funny.
No, but he didn't say, his wife went, it's Jim Jeffrey, right? And he hands me the phone, and then he doesn't go, oh, g'day, mate, I've got a joke for you. He goes straight into, what do you call an Ethiopian taking a shit?
Panic.
Did he blurt it out like that too? Like
Yeah,
all
yeah,
excited?
yeah. And I was like, I don't know. Because normally if someone goes, can I tell you a joke? I go, no. I normally don't let people tell me jokes.
Wow.
But so, yeah, I'm very popular with little Asian people. Who would have thunk it? Well, there was a time, this is my father at his best, right? When I was in a school musical and there was some Asian kids in the chorus or something, and I was the lead in the school musical, and I look like a fag telling the story. Anyway, so
And you
Oh,
just
yeah.
asked for the
After
guy's
you just
number.
talked about how you wanted to get the phone number of a Whole Foods
yeah,
employee.
it's been a very gay episode for me.
It's been a very gay life.
Yes. So anyway,
Stop talking with your hand.
I was.
I'd like to mention all three guys have their legs crossed right now. Very feminine.
So anyway,
Mine's not. Mine's-
anyway, this there was you know how Asian girls, they like fads. Asian kids like kitsch and fad things, and there was like 2 or 3 of them that decided that I was a good sort or something, that they fancied me, and then like 8 or 9 of them all joined in like I was a good looking guy, and I never had any female attention in school, so this was weird to me. But then the irony of the whole thing is that I'm not attracted. I was about to say I can't stand. I'm not attracted. I'm not attracted to Asian women. It
Glad
doesn't-
you corrected yourself.
yeah. Oh, that could have been a problem. Anyway, so I'm not attracted to Asian women. And they all started like sending me like pictures and love poems and stuff like that. And I went back to my dad and I said, all these Asian birds at school really dig me. I just wish the other kids. And then my dad goes, and this is when I was a skinny kid. He goes, it's because you've got a thin face. The emperor has a thin face.
I want to meet your dad.
You know what I mean?
So badly,
Like,
dude.
He just put him in the one country and then just remembers some movie where there was he probably
The Emperor's
remembered.
clothes.
Yeah, he probably remembered the guy out of Flash Gordon, and he was just like, oh yeah, it's because their emperor has a thin face. But like, even if the emperor does it, they had the one emperor and they did have a thin face. That logic doesn't work. It's like meeting a girl going to England, all the guys in them, and go, it's because you look like the Queen. Oh, they love the Queen.
Jason, do you want to meet my dad?
No.
You afraid he's going to put a cape on you?
Yeah, give me super cereal or something.
I got
My dad would last 1 minute with Jason. He'd talk to him and be like, I don't know why you had me talk to him.
I got to tell another story
Eddie, I
about
know
my
what you
parents that has happened this week. I think I've already told Jay. I don't think Eddie,
Wait, back to the Asians real quickly. Did you know that Koreans, when they honeymoon, they wear the same outfit?
they wear the same faces as well.
There were all these honeymooners on my flight to Australia, and they all wear the same outfit, like the couple, the guy and girl wear. It's so
Matching?
yeah, it's so
Excellent.
fucking creepy.
As
Okay, go.
long as you use the man's outfit. If they both use the women's one, then it's creepy. But so my mother, who's a diabetic woman, I'm going to try to tell this story as easily as possible. My mother has a thing, and if she listens and hears this, I'm okay with her hearing this, actually. My mother has a thing about making her sons go out of their way to bring her chocolate. Right? This is just how it is with her, right? She's a diabetic. She shouldn't eat fucking chocolate. She wants to have chocolate. But, you can't stop people from doing these things. You can only tell them, So when I lived in Britain, there's Australian's Cadbury's chocolate and then there's British Cadbury's chocolate. And the two chocolates are exactly the fucking same, except there's an emulsifier in the Australian chocolate that makes it not melt as fast because of the heat. And my mum thinks you can taste the difference, and no one can taste the fucking difference.
Is it soy lectin?
It's the same fucking chocolate. The packet's the same. It's the same. And so she was like, oh, you got to get me some Cadbury's from England, right? So I used to fly back with this fucking chocolate to give to a diabetic woman who doesn't need fucking chocolate. So one time I had my stopovers in Hong Kong. I'm at the airport. The airport in Hong Kong has Cadbury's, but it has Australian Cadbury's. So I bought a block. I bought a block of that, right? I had the English stuff in my backpack. I get picked up at the airport. Hadn't seen my parents for 5 years. I get in the car. I go, there you go, Mum. I got you that. I got you the English Cadbury's. And she puts it in her mouth and goes, oh, so much better. It's so creamy. It's like a party in my mouth and everyone's invited. And I said, well, you dopey bitch. That's Australian Cadbury's you're eating there. And she goes, I knew it tasted awful. I just didn't want you to be upset because you've travelled all the way around the world, right? So that was the first chocolate incident. That was about 7 years ago. Cut forward to now. My mother came on holidays to Los Angeles many years ago, and she got into See's chocolate. Now, if you don't know about See's chocolates, if you don't know See's, then what would we call See's? Mid-level?
Yeah, I mean, above
Cadbury.
Above Cadbury's, yeah, like
But not Godiva.
Slight below Godiva, maybe around sort of Lindor.
It's a gift chocolate.
Yeah, it's a gift chocolate, a bit above the Whitakers or whatever that one is. The
I love what this
Whitmans.
show has turned into.
The best chocolate.
Wait, what's wrong with it?
We're talking about like gourmet chocolate.
Chocolate. You guys know your chocolate.
On Jim and Eddie talking chocolate this week.
Eat chocolate. Anyway, so we get
Jim
these.
flamboyantly moves his hands around and discusses
So we
emulsifiers.
So she has this chocolate. Oh, I love See's chocolates, and they're like, yeah, we got Godiva and Nordstrom's and stuff in Australia. We got good chocolate. And Mum's like, no, nothing's better than See's. This is a really bad impersonation of my mum, but it's got her essence. And it's, the strawberry fillings are so creamy, right? And so I'm like, for fuck's sake. She just wants me to carry a bag of fucking chocolates back. That's all she wants, right? And I'm like, Mum, you're a fucking diabetic. I'm not bringing you back chocolates. And she goes, I only have one every 2 days. Well, you're a fucking diabetic. I don't have any chocolate over 2 days. You're not meant to have any chocolate. I can have treats. You just want to ruin mine. And so in the end, I went, all right, I'll bring you fucking... And then, like, I did that last time. Then this time, I put my foot down. I said, no fucking chocolates. You're not getting any fucking chocolates. You don't need them from America. They're no different to Australian chocolates. You're not getting fucking chocolates, right? Because, you know, that's what you do with your parents when you get old enough to bully them. Anyway, so my old man rings me up. My father rings me up. Now, my father's rung me 3 times in my life. Once when Australia got in the World Cup. One time he misdialed. And this time is his 3rd time, right? And he rings me up and goes, oh, hello, oh yeah. And then he starts off by talking about like Australian, like sport. Like he likes the English Premier League. He goes, hello, how are you? And I said, good. He goes, oh, Liverpool beat Chelsea. Oh, it's going to make it difficult for Chelsea. And I'm like, all right, yeah, it sounds like it would. And he goes, I want you to do me a favor. There's some boxes of chocolates that are being delivered to your house that I want you to bring back for me. And I go, I've never seen you eat chocolates my entire life. No, these are chocolates that I like. these are chocolates that I'd really appreciate because his life's been fucking hell because like I won't do it, right? He listens to you. Why don't you call him? He'll say yes to you, right? So you've got to bring back these chocolates. I said, Dad, Mum can't have fucking chocolates. She's a diabetic. It's just not happening. She's not getting any fucking chocolates. And Dad goes, oh, look, it'd be a big help for me if you could. I'm going to give them to her for Christmas. So it would be a present to me if you gave me the chocolate so I could give them to your mum. And that would be your mum sorted for Christmas. And I went, Dad, you've never brought Mum a present in my entire life. And he went, yeah, well, I was thinking about getting her chocolates this year. Right? And then you can tell he's in trouble over the phone because he goes, look, just get him. Your mother only has 2 a day, right? And then like you can see he's in trouble. He goes, 1 every 2 days.
Because she's in the background yelling.
Yeah, she's in the background just staring at him. So in the house right now, how many boxes of chocolates do we have?
Well, it's one package, so I don't. It could be probably 2 stacked.
And they're all just strawberry cream. She doesn't even like the variety pack. There's too much choice there. They're just strawberry cream after strawberry cream. Was that story depressing? I thought it was funny.
No, it's
It's
funny.
Hilarious.
The gift's not for her, it's for me.
My favorite part was that he misdialed. That was my
You
favorite
like that?
of that story. Yeah.
Those are the most of the phone calls you receive.
Well, there's sometimes he gets passed on, but with the new invention of Skype, when I talk to my parents, and I know, like you guys Skype your parents, I believe.
Oh, when my mom was in Armenia, but
Yeah,
she's in Glendale
Yeah,
now.
they call it wolf cam over there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when you're on Skype, My mum sort of she sort of sits there and talks to you, and my dad just pops his head around the back every now and again in an eerie. Like you just sort of see his head just sort of drift up behind mum, like, "Hello, where are you? What time is it there?" And then he ducks away and he's gone, like a magical little question mark that comes over her head. I also find the weird thing about Skype is that I call my nephews and nieces a lot, or they call me. No, my nephews and nieces call me a lot, and when they call me during Australian time, it's normally when I'm naked in bed.
Ooh.
And it's only the chest up, but I do a lot of naked talking to my nephews and nieces. Is that odd?
That was a great show. Thanks for listening. Make sure you donate and go to our website, JimandEddieTalkShit.com. Thanks for listening, everybody.